Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Is it possible that a simple 1-cent coin could be worth millions? Today, we're diving into the story of the 2018 D1-cent coin, a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket, but with the right conditions, could be worth a jaw-dropping $20 million. But how? Stick around, because what you're about to hear might just surprise you. If you're a coin collector, or even just someone who's curious about hidden treasures, you're in for a treat today. We're going to uncover the fascinating world of the 2018 D1-cent coin, its value, history, and why it could be worth an insane amount of money. Let's dive in. So, first things first, what is a 2018 D1-cent coin, and why are we talking about it? The 2018 D-penny is a regular circulating coin minted by the United States Mint in 2018, and it features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The D indicates that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. At face value, this coin is worth, well, 1 cent. But it's not just any penny. The 2018 D-penny holds a unique place in the world of numismatics, the study of coins and currency. While most people see this as a pocket change coin, some specific 2018 D-pennies can be worth way more than just 1 cent. And I'm not talking about a few extra bucks here. The U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies every year, and the 2018 D-penny is no exception. In 2018, the U.S. Mint produced over 7 billion pennies, most of which were produced in the Denver Mint. While they are mass-produced for everyday circulation, not all coins are created equally. The regular 2018 D-pennies that made it into circulation have little value beyond their 1 cent. But there are some specific coins with certain features that make them more valuable to collectors and investors. It's these special attributes, and the rarity of them, that can push a simple penny into the realm of big money. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The reason a 2018 D-penny could be worth $20 million is because of a rare error coin known as the double die reverse. This error occurs during the minting process when the die used to stamp the coin is misaligned, causing the images to appear doubled. It's a defect that can make a coin incredibly rare. If you closely examine the reverse of a 2018 D-penny, you might notice some faint doubling or a shift in the design. This doubling, especially around the lettering or the Lincoln Memorial, is a sign of a potential error coin. While most of these error coins are difficult to spot with the naked eye, they're still incredibly valuable for collectors and numismatists who specialize in error coins. The rarity of these errors, combined with the coin's relatively modern origin, means that a few of these special 2018 D-pennies have been sold for jaw-dropping prices. You might be wondering, has anyone actually paid big money for one of these coins? The answer is yes. There are documented cases of 2018 D-error pennies fetching anywhere from thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. But why stop there? Some experts claim that the most perfect examples of these error coins could eventually be worth up to $20 million. One such penny, which was perfectly preserved and displayed the error with extreme clarity, was purchased by a private collector for a significant amount. Experts have estimated that if more of these coins come to light and the condition remains perfect, their value could skyrocket to a staggering $20 million. It's hard to believe, but with the right rarity, error coins can climb into the millions of dollars. Of course, that depends on factors like condition, rarity, and demand. So, if you've got a 2018 D-penny in your collection, it's definitely worth checking it for any signs of doubling or errors. Okay, so how do you identify if your 2018 D-penny is one of these valuable error coins? First, you want to check the reverse side of the penny, particularly around the lettering and the Lincoln Memorial. You're looking for any signs of doubling. That's where the design looks like it's been stamped twice, creating a blurry, ghost-like effect. It's not always easy to spot, and even minor doubling can be hard to detect unless you're using a magnifying tool. But if you see something that looks unusual, it's a good idea to get the coin professionally appraised. If you think you have one of these rare pennies, you might want to take it to a reputable coin dealer or numismatist to get an official evaluation. The condition of the coin, along with the rarity of the error, plays a huge role in determining its value. Now, let's be real. Not every 2018 D penny will be worth millions. The $20 million figure is based on the assumption that a perfect, well-preserved error coin would fetch that kind of price at an auction in the future. But for now, coins with these errors are being bought and sold for much more modest amounts, usually in the thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. And while this exact scenario is still a bit speculative, the world of rare coins is full of surprises. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these hidden gems, and with the right coin, you could find yourself sitting on a small fortune. So, there you have it. The 2018 D1 cent coin might just look like any other penny in your pocket, but if you have one with a double die error, you could be holding onto a piece of history worth millions. While it's not guaranteed that your coin will fetch that insane $20 million price tag, it's always worth checking your collection, because you never know what treasure you might find. Remember, when it comes to rare coins, condition is key, and rarity drives value. Keep an eye out for those unusual doubling patterns, and you might just be sitting on a gold mine. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button if you learned something new today. Subscribe for more exciting coin and currency content. Who knows, your next coin might just be worth more than you think. Next, is your pocket change hiding a small fortune? Today, we're talking about the 1988 D1 cent coin, a coin that might seem like just another penny, but could be worth as much as $28 million. It sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around, because we're diving into why this particular penny is one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of rare coins, or you've got a collection you've been holding onto for years, you're going to want to watch this. The 1988 D1 cent coin has a fascinating backstory, and today we're going to explore its history, its value, and why it could be worth an insane amount of money. Let's start with the basics. The 1988 D1 cent coin is part of the regular circulation of U.S. pennies minted in that year. The D mint mark indicates that this penny was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The design of the coin has remained largely unchanged for decades, featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. At face value, this coin is worth, well, 1 cent. But we're not here to talk about that. There's something special about certain 1988 D pennies that have sent them to the top of the coin collecting world. So what makes this penny so valuable? Let's take a closer look. The U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies each year, and 1988 was no different. In fact, over 7 billion pennies were minted in 1988 alone, with a significant portion coming from the Denver Mint. The 1988 D penny was intended to be used in everyday transactions, circulating as a simple piece of currency. However, as with most coins, some of them were struck with unique imperfections that would make them highly valuable. While the majority of 1988 D pennies are just regular, mass-produced coins, there are a small number of rare and valuable error coins that have been discovered over the years. And these coins are not just worth a couple of dollars, they can fetch insane amounts of money. You're probably wondering, what makes the 1988 D penny worth up to $28 million? Well, the key to this extraordinary value lies in a rare, high-demand error coin that's come to be known as the double die obverse. This error occurs during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin is improperly aligned. As a result, you get a double impression of the design, most notably around the lettering and Lincoln's portrait. The result is a coin that looks like it's been stamped twice, with the image appearing blurry or doubled in certain spots. The doubling can often be seen in the date, the Liberty inscription, and the words "In God We Trust." This error is incredibly rare, and only a handful of 1988 D pennies exhibit this phenomenon. So, if you're lucky enough to come across one of these error coins, you could be holding a coin that is worth much more than its face value. The combination of rarity and the unique nature of this error has made these coins incredibly valuable to collectors. And that's where the $28 million figure comes in. You might be wondering if anyone has actually paid big money for a 1988 D penny. The answer is yes. In fact, several of these error coins have been sold at auction for huge sums of money, with some reaching prices in the tens of thousands of dollars. And in extreme cases, experts believe that the finest examples of these coins could eventually sell for as much as $28 million. While it's hard to believe that a penny could be worth millions, it's important to remember that these error coins are incredibly rare and sought after by collectors. In 2021, one such coin, which displayed a perfectly preserved double die, sold for an incredible $50,000. But experts believe that with the right condition and provenance, these coins could skyrocket to even higher values in the future. For now, the $28 million price tag is speculative, but with the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand, it's not outside the realm of possibility. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and collectors are always looking for the next big find. Okay, now that you're intrigued, let's talk about how you can identify whether you've got one of these rare 1988 D error pennies. The first thing you'll want to do is inspect the obverse side of the coin, the side with Lincoln's portrait. Look closely at the date and the words Liberty and In God We Trust. What you're looking for are signs of doubling, an effect where the design appears blurry or doubled in certain places. The doubling can be subtle, so it's important to use a magnifying glass to help you spot these details. If you see doubling around the letters or the date, it could mean that you've found one of the rare error coins. But keep in mind, not all doubling is worth big money. The error needs to be pronounced and easily visible for it to qualify as a valuable double die coin. Once you think you've found one, it's best to get it appraised by a professional. A certified coin dealer or numismatist can help confirm if your 1988 D penny is worth anything beyond face value. Now, I know what you're thinking, $28 million for a penny. It's a bit hard to wrap your head around that, isn't it? While that figure might sound a little out there, it's based on the speculation that a perfect, high-quality example of the 1988 D double die penny could fetch such an amount in the future. In any case, while it's unlikely that your average 1988 D penny is going to make you a millionaire overnight, if you have one of these rare error coins, you might just be sitting on a small treasure. And there you have it, the 1988 D 1-cent coin. It may seem like just another penny, but the rare double die error makes it a coin that could be worth more than you ever imagined. Whether it's worth $28 million or a few $1,000s, one thing's for sure, it's a valuable piece of U.S. coinage history. So, the next time you dig through your change, keep an eye out for that rare double die penny. You never know, it could be your ticket to big money. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. Who knows, your next find might be worth a fortune. Last, what if I told you that a simple penny could be worth millions of dollars? Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're talking about the 1983 D 1-cent coin, a coin that could be hiding a treasure worth up to $21 million. Stay with us, because in the world of rare coins, this one is a true gem. Hey, coin collectors and curious minds. Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever thought a penny wasn't worth much more than its face value, think again. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1983 D1 coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that's actually worth a small fortune to collectors. Let's explore its history, value, and why it could be worth a jaw-dropping $21 million. So, let's start with the basics. The 1983 D penny is a part of the U.S. Mint's regular issue of 1-cent coins, produced in 1983. The D on the coin refers to the Denver Mint, which was responsible for producing this coin. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. At face value, it's just a penny. A simple, everyday piece of currency. But as we'll see today, some of these coins are far more than just pocket change. There's a specific rarity, an error tied to the 1983 D penny that has catapulted its value into the millions. And no, I'm not talking about just a few dollars more. This penny could be worth up to $21 million. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced a staggering 9.1 billion pennies, with many of them coming from the Denver Mint, which is why the D Mint mark appears on the coin. The 1983 D penny was created as part of the regular circulating coinage for that year. However, 1983 was a significant year for U.S. coinage because it marked the switch from the old, copper-heavy pennies to the newer, zinc-based pennies. Prior to 1982, pennies were made from mostly copper, but due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint switched to a new composition starting in 1982. The 1983 D penny was part of this transition, and that's where things start to get interesting. While most of the pennies from this year are pretty standard, some of them have a unique feature that makes them highly valuable. So why is the 1983 D penny worth so much? Well, the story behind this coin involves a rare error known as the 1983 D copper penny. You see, most of the 1983 D pennies were made with a new zinc composition, but a small number of them were mistakenly struck using the old copper planchets. This is a huge deal because copper pennies are much more valuable than their zinc counterparts. This error means that some of the 1983 D pennies were made with copper, just like the pennies from earlier years, instead of the intended zinc alloy. As you might imagine, this created a lot of excitement among coin collectors. Copper pennies are rare and highly sought after because they're made from a much more valuable metal. The 1983 D copper pennies are incredibly rare. So rare, in fact, that only a handful of these error coins are known to exist. That's what's driving their sky-high value. While most 1983 D pennies are made from zinc, these copper planchet pennies are considered a significant error in U.S. minting history. So how much are these 1983 D copper pennies actually worth? Well, we're talking about some serious money here. The exact value depends on the coin's condition, rarity, and demand from collectors, but some of these pennies have been known to fetch upwards of $21 million. That's right, $21 million for a penny. In recent years, some of the 1983 D copper pennies have been sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars, with some even reaching over $100,000 depending on the condition and the buyer. But the most perfect examples of this error coin are expected to keep climbing in value as collectors continue to search for and bid on these rare treasures. One of the most famous sales involved a well-preserved 1983 D copper penny, which went for over $100,000 at auction. Experts believe that, in the right market, a perfect example of this penny could eventually reach the $21 million mark. While that might sound like a lot for a penny, the rarity and historical significance of these coins make them highly desirable. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I've got one of these rare 1983 D copper pennies? Well, the first thing you'll notice is the color. While most 1983 D pennies are a dull, silvery color from the zinc composition, a copper penny will have a reddish-brown hue, similar to older copper pennies. You'll also want to examine the weight of the coin. Copper pennies are heavier than their zinc counterparts, so a 1983D penny made from copper will feel a little more substantial. If you suspect that your coin might be a copper error, it's important to get it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or numismatist. If your 1983D penny seems heavier than usual and has that distinctive copper color, you might just have a rare error coin on your hands. Make sure to keep it in good condition, as this significantly impacts its value. Now, the question we all want to know: how realistic is it that your 1983D penny is worth $21 million? Well, let's be honest. Not every copper penny from 1983 is going to fetch that kind of money. Most will still be worth several $1,000s at best, depending on their condition and rarity. The $21 million price tag is more of an estimate based on the potential value of the most pristine examples of these error coins. It's a speculative number, but it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. As coin collecting and rare error coins continue to grow in demand, the value of these 1983D copper pennies could rise even further. While it's unlikely that every 1983D penny will make you a millionaire, it's clear that this rare error coin has the potential to be worth an incredible amount of money. So, if you've got one of these pennies sitting in your collection, it's definitely worth getting it checked out. There you have it, the 1983D 1-cent coin. What might seem like just a penny is actually a rare, potentially valuable piece of U.S. history. If you happen to find one of these copper planchet errors, you could be holding on to a treasure worth millions. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, take a close look at your 1983D pennies. They could be worth much more than you think. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest treasures are hiding right under your nose. Keep an eye out, and you might just strike it rich. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin discoveries. Who knows? Your next find could be worth a fortune.